All right, we are live. All right, everybody. Well, welcome to the second episode of my Live for Buckeye Slots. I'm doing this because I will be going live at the casino. However, it'll be at Jack's. It's still a couple of weeks away, so I thought I'd do a couple more lives between then, testing out this new format. I also think it might be a good idea to do this weekly as well to answer questions. Give some updates on Vegas as other things. So as people join in, they can ask questions. Also, leave some updates for Vegas. So if you do end up watching this a little later, maybe you have an idea of what's going on in Vegas. So while I wait for some more people to jump in, I got some show notes. So I want to go over some updates for Vegas 2025. Right now, if you are into the club scene, there is a new one over at Area 51. It's called Odyssey Noir. It's on Friday and Saturday night. I believe the entrance fee is about $23, $24 a person. Does not include drinks, but it's from 10 p.m. until 4 a.m. So that's something to check out if that's kind of your bag or not. Next update that I'm really excited about is Ellis Island is almost 100% done with their update. So they added a new rooftop bar, which is just in time for F1. I've seen the renderings of it as well as some early photos and videos of it. It looks amazing, so I would highly suggest you check it out. Ellis Island is always a go-to for me when I'm there. Friday nights, they have the local scene where you've got karaoke, so it's actually a lot of fun to just sort of hang back, enjoy a $2 beer, and just really have fun. But the best thing about Ellis Island is the pizza. They have Metro Pizzas back open. For those of you that have been there before, you know the pizza is really, really good. And it's actually pretty cheap too. So right now a cheese slice, I believe, is between $3.25 and $3.50, which isn't bad. But if you go on Thursdays, it's actually two for the price of one. So not very many places in Las Vegas nowadays you can get two slices of pizza for under $3.50. So I would highly recommend you go to that. Sphere, obviously we've got the Backstreet Boys are playing now through the end of December. You've got the Wizard of Oz going on. The Eagles are coming back. But in springtime, you've got No Doubts doing their residency. So they've announced several dates. I'll read those off to you. So some of the dates they have now is May 6th, 8th, 9th, 13th, 15th, 16th, 21st, 23rd, 24th. I believe they're also on the 27th, 28th, and 29th. And then June 3rd, 5th, 6th, 10th, and 13th right now. So those may change. Obviously, the Eagles had a short stay there, and they actually expanded their residency, so did U2. So it's possible they'll do it as well. There is a new restaurant opening up. May not be until summer of 2026, but Luke Combs is doing his version. It's over where the old Margaritaville used to be. It's going to be called Category 10. They haven't really announced any type of menu options at the moment, but stay tuned for that. It could be kind of a cool new restaurant. For those of you that like Egg Slut, I prefer Egghead over at Aria. That's just my take. I like their hash browns better. But if you do like Egg Slut, hey, we got some people coming in. So I'm just going over some updates for Vegas. But we have Real Jackpot Annie. I would highly suggest you guys see her videos. She does an incredible job on her TikTok channel as well, explaining sort of, she's got a cool thing that she does for budget controls. So I would watch that as well. And Annie, if you do, obviously make sure you post a link to your TikTok as well as any of your YouTube channels here. I want to make sure everyone kind of gets exposed to other people. Egghead. There we go, Egghead. But Egg Slut is actually going to be opening a second location over at Rio. So that is set to open up, I believe, by the end of this year. So if you do like Egg Slut, and if you are someone like me who stays usually in that area, Aria, Cosmo, Bellagio, you know it's really hard to get there unless you're like one of the first ones in line. Rio's actually become kind of a fun place to go. They've changed a lot of stuff there, brought in some new machines, it's brighter in there. Might be a good destination for you. Also, over at the Horseshoe, everyone knows about the Guy Fieri. They've got the all-you-can-eat brunch for $19.99. He's actually opened up Flavor Town over at the Link. It is also all you can eat brunch Monday through Friday for $9.99, and they are 2 different menus. So feel free to check out their websites and look to see which one you like better. They're so close together you can kind of choose. But I thought that's kind of cool. Now we've got 2 places offering all you can eat brunches. Aria is opening up a new restaurant that should be out. I believe I heard the end of December, beginning in January. It's a Michelin-starred Indian restaurant. So not a whole lot of those on the Strip. Not a fan of Indian. I do like curry every once in a while if it's done right. But feel free to check that out. It's actually called Gincana. So that's actually be back over near Catch, where the old restaurant used to be. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. They closed about 3 months ago. Let's see here. If you guys are familiar with the Link Promenade, the American Bar and Grill, they used to have really, really good happy hours. It's now closed. So they permanently closed. They are moving locations. I don't know where yet, but that area is now shut down. It's no longer there. Second to last here is if you are in Vegas next week, it is F1. So it goes the 21st through the 23rd. The opening round starts on the practice loops on the 20th. So if you've been there during F1, it can be a bit. But if you do want to do something different, and I love downtown Las Vegas, please check out the Neon Festival they're having downtown. It's they've got all 3 stages set up, completely free concert. Some of the headliners are Good Charlotte, Breaking Benjamin, and Bowling for Soup. Those are your 3 top headliners. They have, I believe, 20 or 22 bands playing all weekend. So please feel free to check that out. Obviously, I like downtown. So if you like it, that's great. And Caesars just announced their 10X promotion in Vegas. That is January 12th through the 18th. So again, that's one where wherever you go, it's going to be 10X. So I prefer those dates. I will try to go. I might go this year. It just depends on when my son enters the military, so I don't know when his boot camp's going to be. But remember, at the Horseshoe in Paris, look for the bar tops. They're curved. You can bet roulette. I like to put 25 cents on every single number and just spin like crazy. You can rack up a lot of tier points. You're not going to win anything. It is money you're going to be flushing down the toilet. But I hit diamond extremely fast doing that. Hey, Slots is here. Hey, make sure, guys, to put your YouTube channels down in here so other people joining can watch. He's got some really fun stuff. We were going back and forth on a couple of his videos, and they were really fun to watch. So thank you for entertaining my probably dumb questions and stuff in there. But those are kind of my updates for Vegas. If you guys do have any questions, please feel free to drop those questions in. I'll do my best to answer them as best I can on anything, comps, Vegas, slot machines. Maybe you want to tell some cool stories that you've had. I can highlight those and get everybody sort of in there. Please as well, if you guys haven't, please hit the thumbs up button. We get sort of more people involved in here. Hopefully as the weeks go on, we might be able to get to 20 or 30 people in here, or maybe even more. Like I said, I am going live at the end of November, hopefully, over at Jack's Casino. So I'm always taking ideas on what slots you guys like to see play. I think I'm going to do some newer ones if I find them. I actually will be posting a video shortly. I was playing Solar Disc 2 weeks ago. I had to put the phone down for a little bit because at that casino I can't film. So forgive that video when it comes out because it's a really good bonus. And then I kind of put my phone down for about 20 seconds and put it back up. But that was a fun game. It's kind of like Scarab in a way when you get into the bonus. They don't stick, but there are quite a bit of wilds that pop out and you get some really good hits. So I'm going to start looking for other machines that probably are brand new or ones that are new to me. So some of you guys may be like, dude, I've known about that game for years. So please feel free to let me know anywhere in any of my videos or comments here what you'd like me to see to play. And I'll go ahead and open it up. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to post those, as well as post your YouTube and your TikTok channels here as well. So as other people watch later, they'll have a chance to be exposed to your amazing channels as well. All right, so we got all the updates out of the way for Vegas. That's something I'll probably do maybe once or twice a month, just to kind of keep every update on what's going on in there. Again, it's my favorite place in the world. I try to go at least twice a year. So, all right, so let's have some questions. You guys got any? Okay, well, those are posting. Well, let me touch on the Caesars 10X. That's one I try to go to every year. Again, the bar tops are great to use for your 10X. Like I said, I've accelerated quite a bit. Speaking of accelerators, now at MGM, they do have an accelerator program that's even better. So if you do hit your 5,000 points, you get sort of a double bonus on that. So you can get up to about 12,000 points off of that, I believe. So it's a great way if you're almost hitting gold to hit gold. Right now, they are still status matching, I believe. However, that runs out, I think, December 1st. So, again, consult with MGM, but while you're there, ask the rewards desk if they are still doing the status match before you try to do any magic with those. I always like to try and check before I go to Vegas if they're status matching, because about a year and a half ago when I went, I was able to take my Pearl, match it to silver at Fontainebleau, then jump to Wynn with my silver to get platinum at Wynn, and then took that platinum back over to MGM for gold. So here's a question. What casino have you been to once and can't wait to go back? That is an excellent question. So I would have to say Fontainebleau. I've already been to Vegas 3 times since the last time I went. I loved Fontainebleau. I love the vibe of it. I love the drink service. The slot people around were always friendly. Just for whatever reason, I just don't make it back there. I don't know why. It's something that's always on my to-do list. I just never make it back there. But Fontainebleau is going to be definitely one of the ones where I definitely want to try and get back there and play at. They have a really good selection of top dollars and pinballs. More higher volatility video style games, but they still have, outside of the high limit room, they have a lot of pinballs and top dollars I like to play. The best place I do like to play, though, is Horseshoe. If you do go in the high limit room, there are a couple of double top dollar machines in the high limit room that are actually only $1 denoms. So it's a $3 bet to play. I've hit pretty good on those before, and it's a way to get off the floor. Drink service is phenomenal. It's very rare you're going to find a $1 denom in a high limit room anywhere on the Las Vegas Strip. What are some of your guys' favorites? What are your top casinos to go to? What are your top games you like to play? Me, if you see my videos, I do love Huff and Puff, just because the bonuses aren't as frequent as I like. Now, they're more frequent on the original and Huff and More Puff, but I just like the game. Other than that, it's going to be double top dollar and top dollar. Those are my favorites by all means. I just love the games. Oh, yeah. Love pinball and double top dollar. I don't know what it is about it. I started out playing the double diamonds and stuff, so I like them. I just feel that the top dollars and pinballs are just, they give you a little bit of that bonus, like you're waiting for it to hit. But if it hits, anyone who plays top dollar a lot knows that dreaded 15 to 20 offer. It just happens all the time. I do like the new, I haven't played Pinball Gold yet. I did walk past it a couple times, but I didn't sit down and play it. Again, that's because it was only in $5 denoms, and I believe that was a 9-credit bet. So I'm not going to sit down and play that unless I'm really massively up on my trip. But the newer top dollar or pinball that has the 3 reels, pinball, 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 that's a really fun one to play. That's where you can also get the extra shot if you play all of the 10 credits. And And believe it or not, the bonus frequency on a regular pinball is 64, 1 in 64 average. But for whatever reason on that one, the latest par sheet I saw was it's 1 in every 42. So it's weird. I think the way they mess with the math a little bit was you get it more frequently, but the bonuses are a little less. So they have to sort of take away from that. But absolutely correct. Those are my favorites, by far my favorites. Right now, I think my favorite casino to go to is Aria. I love the Gem Bar. If you are at Aria and you do get a chance to go to the Gem Bar, and you're lucky enough to sit down and Frenchie is your bartender, absolutely amazing guy. He has probably a book about that thick where he just has recipes of stuff he's done. People have come to talk to him, and he's got drinks that he's gotten off of them. So he can make pretty much anything you want. Game selection is pretty good. I like the high ceilings. The vanilla smell is great. They are going through an update, and all of their rooms should be updated by second quarter of 2027. So I am excited to go back to stay at Aria back in probably summer of 2027 because I want to see what everything looks like. And of course, the Hard Rock will become the Hard Rock by the fourth quarter of 2027. Oh, there. And my wife can attest, they do have the best drinks ever. Yep, absolutely real jackpot. It is, the smell is amazing at Aria. You can buy the fragrance. I haven't found it yet, but I mean, just walking in there, it's so good. Absolutely so good. And the service there is absolutely top notch. Like I said, Fontainebleau was great with the service. Aria is just on another level. I've never had a bad day there. I've actually had pretty good luck there. I know a lot of people say Aria gives you horrible luck. But pretty much every time I go there, I usually end up either sort of breaking even or leaving a little bit up. So, but again, the staff is kind of what makes it for me. The front staff has always been great when I check in. Hosts are really nice. I never qualified for a host with Aria. It was always with the lower tier properties. But their hosts have always allowed me to come and sit down and we discuss points. We discuss where I'm at, what I need to do. So they've been really, really great. I really can't say anything bad about Aria. Bellagio, on the other hand, their hosts are just, they're not my cup of tea. I mean, I've had issues booking with them before when I had a host at another location and they wouldn't even talk to me. They said, your play's not the level to talk to us. So I get it. I mean, my coinage maybe 10 to 15,000 a trip. They probably want someone that's around 25, 30,000 a trip. So I get it, but they're just rude as hell. So I do like Bellagio to play in every once in a while, but not a real fan of their customer service there. I think it's gone a little downhill unless you're someone that typically stays at Fontainebleau or the Wynn, then they treat you a little better. This flipping just stayed at Aria and loved it. She didn't win a damn thing, though. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Aria, now, on the other hand, every time I played at New York, or Park MGM, nothing. I mean, I will go hours without a bonus. It's like the opposite. I hear other people go, and that's their go-to casino. Now, New York's also pulled out a lot of their lower volatility slots, so doesn't attract me as much because there's some days where I don't want to play those, whether it's budget constraints or just I get tired of them. But for some reason, it's flipped. Aria, I do pretty well. I do okay. New York, Park MGM, it's just bad. I don't know why. It's luck, though. I mean, I can't say it's like that's just how it is, but it's luck for me. But I hear that a lot about Aria. Absolutely. And everyone has their one magical place. So it's Aria, and then if I'm over on the strip side for the other side for Caesars, I usually have my best luck at the Link. I don't know why. It just is. And also really weird, just to touch on comps though, is my MGM comps have been, I don't know if you guys have noticed your comps going down lately. Same amount of coin in for both. But for some reason, Caesars lately has been way higher and better than what I'm getting at MGM, which is usually not how it is. It's usually 10,000 coin in. I think in April I did 13,800 coin in, and I got 4 free nights at MGM, 250 free play, $200 food and beverage credit. But this time I've got $50 in free play and 2 free nights at Aria or Bellagio or Cosmo, and $100 in food and beverage credit. So it's just weird. I don't know why. Who knows? But Caesars, it's $60 a day I can use, $100 in food and beverage credit, and 3 nights comped at any of their spots. So who knows? Oh, also, I want to point this out. If any of you remember going to Vegas years and years and years ago, I know I'm showing my age, but if you guys remember the Imperial Palace, that's where the link is now. If you use the steps, I believe it's between the second and third floor. You have to go through the back part heading towards District 3. I can't remember exactly which door you go into. Again, don't get caught, but there's a door you go up to, in that entire hallway, there's about 18 to 20 rooms. It's all the Imperial Palace. So you can walk down the hallway and it's still got the decor. It's still got the carpeting. If you go into some of the rooms, it's still got the original stuff in the rooms, like mattresses and everything. Now they're all kind of torn apart and thrown all over the place because it looks like they were trying to renovate and they just stopped. But that is kind of a cool thing if you're into one of those sort of urban explorers, or you just like old Vegas. It's kind of a snapshot. You sort of open a door and you're just magically back in like 2006, 2007. So again, don't get caught. Don't break any laws. But maybe if you're a security guy, maybe slip him a 50 and just say, hey, do you mind like not saying anything for 10 minutes? So that'd be kind of cool. I've been trying to see if I could get in there to do that. The last time I was there, I slipped a guard a $50 bill, and he took me up there. However, they had the door locked on the other side. So I don't know. He said they were doing some work from pipes, because actually a pipes had burst at Paris the day before. So I don't know if maybe something happened to Link as well. So I'm going to try, and when I do go back, see if I can find that guy or a different guy and maybe actually make it up there and do a quick little like 45-second video of just checking everything out. What is Flippin', what is your wife's favorite game? What is your favorite game? Real Jackpot, what's your favorite game? I'm kind of interested to see what everybody likes to play. Again, so my favorite games, Firelink is still one I like as well. Bonus Frequency is kind of rough sometimes, but I'm talking about the original ones. Imperial Pass is great. I won $130 in actual quarters. Oh my God. Yep. I loved Imperial Palace. Never really had much luck there. The quarters, though, my first trip, I got something similar, about it was a $50 hit. So kudos on that hit. A $50 hit on quarters. I was at the Riviera just before they started swapping out for Tito's. So that was back in 2020, 2021. So or 2000, 2001. Very, very cool. So if you are someone that's been to Vegas before and you sort of remember the Riviera, you remember the Dunes, which is where Bellagio is now. You remember some of those old places. I miss it. I would really like to see a developer come in and maybe do a new resort, maybe a $1 billion resort or $2 billion resort, and sort of make a retro version of Vegas. So that's a good question. What would you like to see? I mean, if you were to have your dream sort of back in the day, let's go way back, what would be your dream sort of resort? For me, it would probably have to be the Dunes, just because I loved it there. Walking through it reminds me of one of my first hotel stays wasn't the Dunes, but it was at the Aladdin, which is now the Planet Hollywood. So what's your guys' think on that? Oh, we got some more here. Original hot pots and 3 real 500. Amen on that. Amen on that. Hot pots, I don't know what it is. That game is sort of frustrating, but it pays off because if you do get the bonus, you're guaranteed, especially for creators like us, you're guaranteed a 5-10 minute video. I mean, it's just you just sit back and just record and it does it for you. So I do like that game though. I mean, it's frustrating as hell for me sometimes, but when it does hit the bonus, beautiful. The machine jammed when it was paying, and they literally they used the monkey claw. If you guys remember the old days, they had these little monkey claws that you saw people sort of stick up there to try to trigger the bonus. So that's what that joke came from. But yeah, oh my God, a little coat rack. Oh my God. I don't know. I would just sit back and just go, what is going on here? Man. But yeah, I missed that. That's why I, surprisingly as well, sort of answer your question from earlier, is it has been 6-7 years since I've been to Slots of Fun. Every time I go, I've been meaning to go there. Like I go and play at the Wynn quite a bit because the espresso martinis are amazing. I do like playing some of the top dollar games there. But I really, really want to get back to Slots of Fun. I really, really want to. I want to feel those in my hand, putting them through. I want to hear them actually click. I don't want to hear the video sound of it going, doo, doo, doo. I want to hear it really hit the pan. El Cortez still has the coin machines. Blew my mind. Yeah, you know what? That is a good point. I was just downtown the end of August, and I did specifically go to El Cortez because I was using my, you show your boarding pass and you get some free play and stuff. And I walked past those and I did not stop to play them. It is so odd. Isn't it weird how you sort of get tunnel vision? You go in there and you get your free play and then you look for the games you're sort of used to and you walk right by something that you've been meaning to go play for years. You just want to play it. It makes me so mad because I want to play that so bad. That in the California. I always go into California where they've got like the 4 or 5 rows of Blazing Sevens, the progressives. Never won on them, but I just have to stop and play on them. But that is a good point, Annie, that I forgot that. They have the coin machines. I completely forgot about that. Thank you for saying that. Wow. I don't know how that slipped my mind. Well, Sigmund Derby. I have in the past. I was there in August, like August 28th, 29th, downtown, and then the rest I went up to the Strip. I walked past that thing, and I don't know what it is. It's packed. Non-stop packed. You could not get a seat. You couldn't bet. And it was like 25-year-olds. They could not. But yeah, I do want to play that again. It's been a few years since I have, but it was just crazy. There was a line of people waiting to play that. It was nuts. It tricked me because you put paper cash in with. Yeah. And I think, are those the ones where you still have to take the coins and redeem them for like either another Tito or actual cash? I don't remember how that worked. Again, it's been years since I've done it. What is Sigma Derby? So Sigma Derby is F&P, if you want to go and answer that too, but super old mechanical horse racing. So they've got this big table and the horses are mechanical. So as they're racing, they do the little sort of jumping around as they go, and he plays bets on the horses. So it's kind of cool to do. It's just one of those novelty things that it's been there for years and years. I think somewhere else on the strip has it. The Link has one too. And I think at one point Palms had one too, but I don't think it's in the Palms anymore. But yeah, it's a really fun, put a couple of bucks in. Everyone's sort of, it's like a craps table almost. Everyone's involved. Everyone's yelling and shouting and having fun. But it's a really, really cool thing. Take the bucket to the Yeah. I mean, it's still cool. Don't get me wrong. Still super cool. I'd want to do that. But that's a pain. And definitely, if you're going to do that, I'm going to be taking some sort of either baby wipes or something, because I can only imagine what your hands are going to look like afterwards, just going through that dirty machine. And that's actually why they switched to ticket in, ticket outs, is because all that coin and everything would just mess up the machines to where they were fixing them more than they really should be now. So now all they have to do is open a door, fix the paper jam, or put the receiver back in and take the new one out, and then they just shut the door and go. But that's kind of the main reason why they went to that system. It wasn't because they knew people weren't going to cash them in or they were going to donate to the casino. It was more just save on labor, save on parts. That's kind of why they did that about 15 years ago. But I'll be planning out my trip, hopefully. So I'll have an update. Also want to let you guys know, I know I've done some videos, especially if you were on my TikTok. It just got banned. The original one I had, about almost 1,300 followers, is now gone. So I am going to do a little bit of a rebuilding. I am going to focus more on here, just because YouTube is very friendly with slot play and things like that. It's frustrating as hell for TikTok, because you will go through their live feed when you're going through and watching your guys' videos and hearting them and commenting on them. And you just see ads for Chumba and all these stupid casinos that are just social casinos. And to be honest, they're just scammy. I mean, there's no regulations. They're held in either Moldova or Eastern Europe as well. And it's just double-sided from them, where they'll push the videos down or they'll ban you for it, but they'll take money from social casinos from overseas and say that's okay. But I mean, I guess that's just how it runs. So I'll be doing a lot more stuff here versus TikTok for a while. I'll still try and put out some videos, because the only reason why I actually rebuilt the TikTok was because I met so many great people, people that are here. Beach Bum Slots, who has been a huge supporter of mine, and I do love watching her videos as well. I like her personality. I like her commentary. She's very down to earth. Casino Jackpot 777 Avi. He gave me my first challenge. So I like supporting you guys because it's fun to see everybody. The one nice thing about TikTok is there's a lot of us in front of a camera, so we get to see each other talk. We know we're not scamming each other. We know we're not, trying to pull something. We're all just having fun and sharing our stories. And myself and even Real Jackpot Andy's put out videos on how to maybe do a little bit better, how to recognize certain things. So I will be doing a lot more here. So hopefully you guys do sort of follow along. But what I wanted to do is, because I've done videos in the past on sort of where I ended up in Vegas, how I took my budget and I came back not a winner, but I still had money. Also, as I took my 3-week hiatus from gambling on because I screwed up. I gave more than I should have. I'm going to be doing a video either at the very, very end of the year or the very beginning of next year. What I thought I would do is put together a quick little video of my actual win-losses for the 3 major casinos I gamble at, which is Penn, because there's the M Resort in Vegas as well as the casino here. And then I will also be doing my win-loss for Caesars and my win-loss for MGM. I might throw Jackson there too. I've only had one visit, so I kind of know where I'm at. But I thought, just sort of to stay transparent, I thought I'd try to put something up there at the end of the year to where you guys can actually see okay, I've only been on YouTube for this channel for about 8 months. So by then it'll be close to a year. So I can sort of go, okay, well, he's got all of these videos. What did he actually do? So then I would go and show you guys the actual screenshots of my win-loss. I mean, I'll obviously, pencil out my player number and pencil out my last name, but, it'll have my actual coin in, coin out, and full total win-loss. So that way you guys have kind of an idea of transparency. What does my play do? So that way I don't give off any type of idea that, as slot players, as creators, we're always having fun. We're always winning. So my wife, I don't want to see the win-loss. Neither do I. So neither do I. It is last 2024 was actually pretty good. I ended up breaking even almost. I think I was only down like $130 total, which was phenomenal. But this year I don't want to see it either. But I think it's important to share so everyone sees that. But what I want to do in conjunction with that is also show what my offers are. So that way other people can sort of see, okay, here's what he won, lost. Here's what his offers are at. Now, again, the weird thing about offers are they tend to change from person to person. Unfortunately, getting comp offers isn't a cookie cutter, meaning if you get I do 15,000 coin in and say Annie or FNUP slot, you guys do the same exact amount, our offers can be completely different. It just depends on a lot of different variables. How often do you go? How often do you spin the button? How long are you playing? What machines are you playing on? Because it is based off of your theoretical loss on that specific machine. So you'll get better comps off of a machine that's at 89, 90% than you would on a 95, 96% because they're set higher. So you get less of that comp value in. So remember, your comps are based off of your time played, the amount of spins, your average bet, and the amount of time playing. So I always try to make sure I play if I have a good 2, 3, 4, 5 hour block where I can play on. And I do think kind of the reason why my first major comps with MGM were so high was because I hit some decent jackpots, Cherry's Jubilee twice. I hit another one for about $1,100, so just under a hand pay. And I actually ended up playing about 17 hours straight, just bouncing all the way down MGM from MGM Grand all the way down to Bellagio. So that's probably why. Agreed. The win reference to offers are good. Oh, it's confusing though because the offers are all over the place. I got 3 cruises in the press month, but room offers. Yeah, it's frustrating because I agree. I think at least years and years and years ago when I was with M Life, you knew if I hit a certain amount of spend, whether it's at the hotel and this was before M Life actually integrated into if you eat the restaurants and stuff like that. They didn't really count it back then. But your spend at your hotel, and you knew if you gambled a certain amount of money at the tables and or in the slots. Tables back then were a lot better. You actually got better comps off tables and slots. But you knew if I spent X amount of money, I knew I was getting 3 nights. I knew I was getting 200 in free play. I knew they're probably going to comp 1 or 2 of my meals. Nowadays, it's all over the place. I mean, so right now I'm probably going to be using my Caesar comps when I go back so I can keep pooling my MGM just because I love Aria and the room rates are usually pretty decent to where I don't have to use my comps to stay there. If you go certain times during certain days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you can still get a really good room for like $150 a night. Add in the room or add the resort fee too because I'm not gold. But and my wife, a cruise would be amazing. Yes, it would. I'm thinking about doing the cruises as well. Again, my wife's been bugging me about doing that. I think it's a good idea, but I don't gamble at the point where you can get those cruises. Now, I do get the offers for being Diamond Plus, where you get discounted cruises, and I might take that up, as well as the benefits of the Bahamas, where you get 4 nights free. The only caveat is you got to spend at least $500 within a period of time. So, but it is kind of cool to get some of those offers. But definitely, the offers have been kind of stingy lately, which is odd because attendance is down. But weirdly, the casino profits are up. They actually just dipped for the first time this last month in September. They were actually up every single month, even though attendance was down. So hopefully another couple of months of that, maybe they'll start doing a little better offers. From some of my friends and from what I've seen, some of your better offers have actually been at Fontainebleau and at Venetian. Venetian's really stepped up their game as far as their newly updated rooms. They've got a brand new food court. So they've got some really good sort of deals over there. And I know me and my wife stayed at the Venetian back in 2018, and it was great. I do like the location too, because you are right next to the Wynn. But you can also get to Harrah's within just a matter of minutes as well. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm trying to star these up so I don't miss anything. Still getting used to all of this. I do kind of like how I can sort of show all the comments. But, yeah, please make sure, again, if you're joining in here and you do watch later, please feel free to drop in, even if it's after the live, your tag for your actual slots. The people I've been talking to in here have amazing content, so I would always say please check them out. I do enjoy their stuff, so please do that. Let me see if I can do this too. Oh, nope, can't. Okay. So I was going to try to also show a new feature where it'll show comments over here running up and down, but it's a paid feature for StreamYard, and I really don't feel like paying the $199 for that at the moment until I actually get used to using this now. Plus, my wife's in the chat, so I don't want her to know what I'm spending on that. Oops. All right, but I'm going to stick around for another few minutes, see if we get any more people in and answer some more questions. You guys coming in, I really appreciate it. Sorry, it was just the 3 or 4 of us. Hopefully, as this thing does kick up, we'll start getting more and more people in. I enjoy answering the questions and listening to your guys' stories. And, God, the Sigma Derby is such a good question. It's so weird how I've been to Vegas so many more times, and I just haven't sat down with that, or I did wait till someone left to then sit down and play it. But that's one of the ones that I definitely do want to. It's okay with the pesos. Yeah, I mean, everyone here again, Annie and FFP Slots, I've talked to you guys on TikTok for a long time. Had to reconnect with you guys because they banned my account Friday morning. So, but yeah, I mean, I would highly suggest checking them out. I believe both of their handles are the same here as on TikTok. So please, 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 if you don't follow me, please make sure you do follow them, as well as like and subscribe here as well. Again, feel free to drop any comments in here about what games you'd like to see me play. I'm really hoping to find some new ones. I will post a Solar Disc shortly, but I want to try and find some newer games. I'll hit Jack's Thistledown hopefully at the 29th of November, and take a couple $100 with me and just sort of see how that goes on a live. Maybe even depending on what games I see, I may just abandon it and go up to the Jack's Casino in downtown Cleveland, because I haven't been there in years. They may have different games. I'm hoping to find the brand new, even though I probably won't see it yet. There's a 2 I do want to play, even though it looks highly volatile, is the brand new Huff and Puff, where they actually have 3 different pots. That looks interesting. It also looks like it's something that would drain my bank account very, very fast. So I got to be careful of that. And then I really, really want to play the brand new Sir Mix-a-Lot game. So I know I mentioned that last week, but I've seen some more gameplay of that online, and it looks super fun. I think that's one of the ones where the animation, the way they integrate his voice and some of the song lyrics into the way the character or avatar interacts with you in the game, kind of like how Mo Mummy does, pops out waves or says stuff behind the scenes. I think that would be fun. It would be definitely worth, putting 50, 60 bucks in and seeing, what I can hit. That'd be sort of a fun one, especially for someone who grew up in the 90s. It'd be really cool to see. Well, I think we're going to start wrapping it up, guys. We've gone almost 46 minutes. So, was hoping to get close to an hour, but hopefully next week we'll have a lot more people to where you can hear me ramble on for another hour, so I can answer your guys' questions. So thank you so much for you guys, for you, the three of you being in here and answering or asking questions and going back and forth. I love hearing some of your guys' stuff. It was kind of cool to sort of the coins. So I will be getting back to do that. I will do some videos of that. And if I do forget and I don't, please, please, please do not let me get down easy. Make sure you really hit me over the head with the fact that I, once again, made a plan and didn't do it. But thank you so much for everybody. Again, I'm a little over 260 subscribers, which is huge from where I started at. I really didn't think I would get that many subscribers on YouTube. And again, it's because of all of you guys helping me out. Especially with sort of on my earlier TikToks, you guys would comment. It would help me sort of realize where I needed to go with certain videos because you guys would react to them. And obviously, as we had more of a reaction on them, I knew that was probably something I should be doing more of. So really thank to you guys. Probably would not be as successful as I am without you, Annie, FMP, Detroit Slots, who I met as well, Avi over at Casino Jackpot 777. So, again, have a good night, everybody. Hopefully you do have fun. I know, Annie, I would say normally good luck at the casino, but I think you're also taking November off, which is great. I will be back in a couple weeks at the casino, so wish me luck. Hopefully it goes a little bit better than last time. Didn't do too well. Had a lot of fun. I think we're at the casino about 7 hours, but did not win. So, everybody have a good night. Thank you so much. We will be back again next week, the exact same time. Just to do another round of this. I'll have some more updates from Vegas. I'd be more than happy to ramble on and on like I have been on any other questions you guys have, but I really like to hear more of your guys' stuff. I thought that was more fun listening to you guys, putting up your questions and playing off of that to see, because again, you guys brought up stuff that I hadn't even thought of or had forgotten totally about. So again, thank you you guys for joining. Hopefully everybody has a great week. We are getting closer to Thanksgiving, so please, hopefully everybody has a fun time with their families. If you are traveling, please be careful and have fun. So thank you again, once again, everybody. It means the world to me. You guys have a great weekend and a great week, and I will see you next week. Bye.